All right. How is everybody?
There we go.
Any Penn State fans in the house?
We are.
Penn State.
We are.
Penn State.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to Buffalo Wild Wings, Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. The hospitality is always great. My girl Courtney back here, give us a wave.
All right, Courtney.
Make sure you take care of your waitresses and everyone bringing out the food. We're going to have some fun for the next hour. A couple of things to go over. Mainly our guest. How about Penn State great Blair Thomas?
There we go.
Any Jets fans in the house? None? Zero? I can't get one. There we go. There we go. I
Thank
got
you. I
one.
appreciate it.
New York Jet first round draft pick. Come on.
He'll move anything. There you go.
We've worked with Blair, and he's very gracious to continue to come out to our podcast, and we appreciate that. Raffle prizes. We have 2 tables set up over here by the ATM machine. Grab your 2 free tickets, and you can grab some extras for $1 a piece. All the money goes to our CCC charity. We're always donating stuff around the community. We're big in Delco. So dig deep. There's some great prizes. There's a combination of 3 mini helmets. Blair's on one of them. A couple of Penn State guys, Lenny Moore, John Capoletti. Come on, some good stuff. How about a John Capoletti autographed jersey? Some good stuff. Jason Kelsey, you guys heard of him, right?
Nope.
So get up and get over and grab your raffle tickets and order some wings and beers and have a good time. I guess first and foremost, what are you doing these days there, Blair?
You know, I'm always involved with a lot of things, but a lot of things that I'm dealing with now is trying to help people save some money, lend on the pharmacy bills. So that's one of the things I like doing. And also, working with a lot of people in air quality. Reached out last year, a couple years ago, just trying to keep it open. So those are kind of the main things that I'm dealing with now. Just trying to get back. That's the most important thing.
Yep. And the community with the youngsters, with camps, football camps.
Yes, I'm always involved with that because the game has been so good to me that I have to get back to the game of football. This year we didn't do the camp in Texas, but I was still involved with it. We're trying to put a camp together now here in Valcourt Military Academy.
Oh, nice.
It'll be July 2nd or 3rd through the 7th. So it'll be in the summertime. And, hopefully we can continue to put that together so we can do some things.
If you need a blocking dummy, I got one over here for you.
I can do that. You want to give him another job?
I already felt on the one, so.
I gotta keep them busy, otherwise they fall asleep.
Yeah.
All right. Couple different things we changed up since the last time we were here with our trivia questions. We've got mystery envelopes, so you don't know what's in them. There's some really great items here. If you follow us, you'll see what's inside most of them. You gotta raise your hand. First arm up, the arm will get to you. Let's limit it to 1 prize per person, so we don't get in any disputes.
Yeah, we got a little ringer over here. He's always
Yeah, that's good parenting, though.
No, it is.
That's good parenting. Nothing wrong with that.
Got good vibes.
He does. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Good vibes.
Kid's probably a future president, so.
Yeah.
There you go. He liked it.
The father's choking on his beer. I don't know about that.
He's smiling though.
Yeah.
Hey, Blair, you all ready? You usually have a ton of questions. You ready? You ready? Yeah? All right. We're going to call on you. All right, Johnny, what do you got?
Well, obviously, as a big Penn State fan, I'm a little disappointed on how the season's ended. I mean, we were 10-2, for the season, but losing the bowl game and of course losing to Ohio State and Michigan is, something we can't do all the time. What can we do to fix that?
Well, it's almost like a double-edged sword. A lot of people don't remember that our program was almost decimated, 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
We lost some scholarships. We fought back. We got those scholarships back. But when you lose that many scholarships, it takes time to build to a platform where you can sustain against the big boys in the conference.
Yeah, not true.
The conference is already unbalanced, as you know, and we have the strength on the eastern side of the conference. Penn State, with Michigan, Ohio State, and having to play them every year, you run into that problem where, yes, you have a good season. Did we play those guys well? Did we execute the way we're capable of executing? I don't think so. So we fell short against those two teams. Does coaching have to address that issue? Absolutely. Absolutely. They made some changes, on the offensive coordinator. We lost Manny Diaz on defense. So next season is just like any other season,
Right.
because you still got to manage the players that you have.
Yeah.
It's not, okay, we won 10 games this year. We should be 11, 12 next year. It doesn't work like that. Now that they got this NIL crap,
Yeah.
it's really screwing up the game of football, in my opinion, along with the gambling, but I'm going to stay away from that. We have to find that missing link. And we know he's a great recruiter. He brings in the top-notch players, year in and year out. Did our wide receivers live up to their ability this year? I don't think so. I think they could have gave us a lot more than what we got out of them. So I think they already addressed a couple of issues with the NIL, transfer portals and guys moving around. But you still got to manage those guys and bring it together so they can play as one.
Yeah. So you talk about the portal. How much is the portal hurting college football, do you think? With all these guys switching teams, daily, and then also like we were talking earlier, not even going to the road games.
Correct.
Because they're worried about getting hurt.
Yeah, the transfer portal, in my opinion, has hurt more high school kids than actual college kids moving from team to team, because now teams are looking at guys in the portal as guys that's a little bit more developed, he's more mature, he's bigger, he's stronger,
Right.
he's ready to play. So now they're looking at those guys in the portal more so than the high school guys coming in.
Yeah,
So that's the thing that I see that's hurting local high school kids, because they got to be elite in order to get that scholarship nowadays, which we had to be elite when we was there, but the game's supposed to grow every year.
Right.
It's supposed to develop because of technologies and all the things that goes into studying, movement, body movements.
Yeah. It's things you don't think about,
Yeah.
You think it's at the college level, but no, it's high school.
So does that, in choosing a school, like you said, elite athletes are going to be able to still choose, but the secondary group, does that kind of bump them to the smaller schools maybe for a year or so?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, because there's not enough room. Because now these guys they graduate from college, but they have another year eligibility. So now they transfer into another school, to play at Penn State, Ohio State, Alabama, and all the likes. So those teams are looking for more polished players, and you'll get that as a guy that's in his fifth year with 4 years under his belt of experience.
No, true.
He may not have been the starter, but he was a role player playing at that level, and the more you kind of compete at that level, the better you're going to become. It's just a natural transition of constantly going against better players.
How do you think Drew Aller is done? Because I thought last year he was going to be a lot better. It almost seems like they're holding him back a little bit. I don't know if that's true or not, but like.
Well, I think we got to. Drew is a great drop back style quarterback, and we got to use him in those scenarios because that's what he's best at. Logan, he's more of a running guy, so now you got two dimensions there, and I see those two guys together as you getting back to your Trace McSorley type of player, a guy that can run the ball but throw the ball, and then nowadays you got to, because you only want to have a quarterback, for 2 or 3 years.
Right.
You got to start playing these guys early. So if you need to drop, you got to play that you think you want to do drop back wise. Let's come in with Drew Aller, because he can drop it on a dime when he wants to. I think he was a little banged up this year, a lot more than we know as fans. But I think he's still a very talented quarterback.
Oh yeah, no, you see it, especially that first year when he was here, he was making some nice passes.
Yeah.
I mean, just seemed like he needed that extra year. It would have been nice if he would have played last year more, especially in that Michigan Ohio State team.
Well, get me started on that.
There you go.
Yes, I think some of the games when we were up, I thought they should have pulled Sean Clifford and put Drew Aller in just to give him some more experience, because that's the key to this game is getting the game to slow down for you. And the only way the game slow down for you is by you getting reps in front of good players on a consistent basis. Because now it becomes, okay, that's the normal speed of this game. So once a player can lock in on that, it's like having a birthday, like, oh, I'm now looking at the next level instead of what's happening on this first level, because you want to make that guy miss. So you're looking now down the field.
Yeah. So I thought Clifford was holding them back because it would have been nice to have that experience.
Yes, because
going into that Ohio State Michigan game, playing against them a little bit.
Yes.
Even if they lost last year, you almost kind of forfeited last year to win this year.
Yeah, I agree. You need that experience of being on the field, going against somebody, say the game, can relax, and then he can be more in a rhythm. He develop that rhythm a lot faster. But we as fans also got to support these young players as well. Because everything is energy. Yeah, and if you're going in there thinking negative about something, negative is going to happen.
That's true. Yep.
What have you been following the playoffs?
Yes, we have some exciting games. But like I said earlier in a little snippet about some of the officiating is kind of questionable. And some incidents, not just some of the calls, but some of the spots of the ball. It's mind-boggling. And that's changing the whole complexion of the game. You clearly got a first down and you run almost 2 yards behind it. Those things are.
I like they've got the referee now in the TV booth to give you the explanation and play it off to whether it was a good call, bad call, whatever. It's finding it quite fascinating.
Yeah, like you said, you almost see the referees. They start out when they have the first down, and then as they get to the ball, it's slightly, but like you said, it matters. Especially
that's why I don't like the gambling being involved with it, because we start to get things like this happening, which is not beneficial to the game.
Got a lot of flags being picked up too.
Yeah.
Say that again?
A lot of flags being picked up.
Yeah. mysteriously.
Interesting.
Like, yeah.
Interesting. Quite
Like-
interesting. Yeah.
But I need that flag.
Right. Yeah. I mean, fortunately, it worked out for the Lions overall for the playoffs, but you would have thought that Lions in the regular season when they went to the Cowboys with their 2-point conversion.
Yeah,
That was, important or not important. And it didn't affect them because the Cowboys lost, so they still have the second seed basically, and
yeah.
where they would have hurt them if the Cowboys would have won their game. They would have had to go to Dallas, to play again instead of having Dallas at home because of that situation.
Those little things that people don't understand. When you're playing in front of your home crowd,
Oh, yeah.
that positive energy to start the game is unbelievable.
Right.
And it's harder for a team to come into your environment and beat you if your fans is doing what they're supposed to do, cheering for the home team.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Johnny, you want to get the crowd going with, maybe we'll do 2 parts trivia. We'll do one now and save some for later.
Of course, we're going to see them later.
Laurie, you ready? Again, the first hand up, Lauren will recognize and we'll get the answer and see if you win a prize.
Hold them back.
Hold them down. Holding the champ down.
All right. For our Penn State fans, who did Penn State play in the Peach Bowl this year?
Right here. Almost.
There you go. Do you know the score?
Do you know what the score is? He does not. He still gets a prize.
He got the answer right. Yeah.
That's right.
It was a bonus. Congratulations if you would have the right answer.
What was the score today?
38-25.
Yikes.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. I didn't say who the score was.
The old Miss fans in the house.
Bill, let's put your name
He
in.
just explained.
No, yeah. He just threw Pitt under the carpet. Now he's an Ole Miss fan.
Where's security when you need them?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, how about another one?
All right, what game was Blair Thomas the MVP of in 1989? Which bowl game?
Okay. Tony put his hand up, but he doesn't seem confident. See the holiday bowl?
Holiday Bowl is correct.
Oh.
There you go.
Great guess.
Great guess.
Great guess. One more for the first round.
For the first round final, what high school did Blair attend?
Whoa,
High school.
whoa.
Frankfurt.
There you go. Okay. There you go. Congratulations, Mark.
Now, how do we find out what's in those envelopes?
Well, they gotta open them.
They're mystery autograph
Yeah, they
photos.
gotta open them.
Oh, so they
Sponsored by Carl's
they
Cards and
don't
Collectibles.
have to share with us.
No, it was ten if they won. There's some good ones.
We can go for in the share.
I didn't say trade. No, I didn't. They can if they want, sure. Tony,
What's the matter?
who'd you get, Blair?
He got Buck Peterson.
Oh.
Dougie Peterson.
Tony got Deshaun Jackson.
There you go.
Okay.
D-Jack.
Who we got there in the back? Oh, he got the multiple Eagles team set.
There you go. You got the 1980 team.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Would you have like nine
Don't worry.
autographs on there?
There's some still good ones floating out there. Don't worry. Don't worry.
That's why it's a mystery.
Exactly.
Hey, questions, comments? Anybody want to talk Penn State, the Jets, the Eagles, NFL football? We got an expert up here, so let's pick his brain.
All right. Everybody's being shy for a moment until they get their nerves up.
Yeah.
Let's. You've been in locker rooms. How hard is it for a coach who seemed like they lost the locker room to get that back from one year to the next.
What they want to season?
Well,
You gotta understand.
like Sirianni losing it, potentially
Okay.
losing it this year.
He'll be able to gain the respect of the locker room again because the Eagles want to lose or trade or they're gonna have a different team next year.
Have different players, yeah.
Yes, so you want to keep some core guys who understand what it takes to win because that's important because you need that leadership. So I think he can regain that locker room. You got to also remember you got some playmakers now. You got some playmakers on the field. You still got quarterback. You got great receivers. You got Swift.
Hopefully we can keep him.
Yeah, hopefully you can keep them. So you got a nucleus. You got to replace Kelsey up front. That's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
But you can get a guy that's almost like a good backup quarterback. You got to get somebody that can manage. He ain't going to play up to the same level as Kelsey or have the same knowledge of Kelsey or seeing different defensive fronts and how they're going to attack you and that. You're not going to get that right away. But you can get a guy that's probably been under his tutelage already that's going to fill in there. So that's going to be very important.
Yeah,
But once you get those key positions right there, you got to get another guy in the slot. You got to get a big time slot receiver because you got J. Brown, you got Smith,
Goddard.
Goddard at tight end. You need another, a couple guys actually in the slot that can do multiple things, that can run well and not afraid to come across the middle.
I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but we got breaking news. The Chargers have hired Jim Harbaugh to be their next head coach.
There you go.
So Jim Harbaugh's off the board. So he's not coming here to Philly. Not a Harbaugh fan.
We are.
That's interesting. He's got a good quarterback.
Yeah, he's got the quarterback there.
He's got the quarterback. I don't know about the rest of the squad out there.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to work that out. But I think if you bring a lot of guys with him that understand his philosophy and his style of play, that he'll do that. It's not his first rodeo. He's been at this level before.
Sure.
So he will put together a good core of coaches to get what he like them to do. The difference going to be is that you can't talk to pro guys like you talk to college guys. So sometimes, that can cause a little friction, but I think he'll get together.
Plus you can't videotape. Plus you can't videotape their plays.
Well, you can.
Send a guy under his own name to purchase a ticket to sit right in the front.
Right there in the front row. But I mean, like you said, it is a little bit easier having the quarterback already. That you don't have to worry about finding that quarterback.
Yes, because that is so important part of the offense. Always gel last. Defense, they just reckless on attack. They're always in attack mode where, offensive linemen, they got, pass plays, they got run plays. So their mindset is changing. So, and you got to be aggressive at times, even when you're setting back the pass protect, because you want to bait them in and then you want to become more aggressive. I know especially at the running back position when you're taking on blocks. So those guys up front, they are important too, not just that quarterback, because he got to have that confidence in them that they're going to pick up that late blitz that come, or that running back is going to come across and pick up, the safety coming down and blitzing, or the linebacker coming off the edge. There's a lot of different things that go into it.
And you said the defense is being aggressive. I think the Philadelphia team's missing that a little bit.
Well, that's the thing. Some of the great coaches, you believe it or not, they still have their teams, going, live late in the season, because you got to become callous to the punishment that you're going through. It's a long game. You got to anticipate that. You're going to be playing with injuries, so you got to make sure that you practice like you play, because that makes the game easy.
Right. Yeah, there's a difference between injured and hurt.
Yeah, always a big difference.
Exactly. That's for
It's a
sure.
big difference.
Do you, as being a former running back, how do you view the pro game today? The way they utilize and don't utilize the running backs, because it's just not here in Philly. It's throughout the league. It just doesn't seem to be that premier, if that's the right
The
word.
focus on that position.
Yes.
It's not valued as high as it used to be. The game has changed, as you can see, with the four receivers. Everybody wants that high-scoring, fast game, which is not what the running back position is all about. So the game has changed in that respect, because now if you get 15 carries, that's a great game for you.
Right.
Where 20 carries, now just getting warmed up. So it's a completely different game. The focus is different. The fans want more excitement. With that, it changes that position. But as you go back and look at everything that's going on, the great teams still have a good running game.
Right.
So the running game is still very valuable to the game, and the great coaches have understood that, because you got to have that balance. And don't think you're going to be passing all year long, and then when the playoffs come, now you got to drive, block, and run the ball more, that you're going to be able to do that, just turn that switch on.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
And they find other avenues to use the running backs.
Well, yeah, they move those guys in the slot, which is good too, because you want different personnel groupings to attack different defenses. And if you think, well, your offensive tackle, your offensive guard on the left side can dominate their defensive tackle and defensive end, you're going to try to run to that side more often, or vice versa.
Sure.
So those little knickknacks, you got to also make sure you're looking at those things if you want to be successful. And a lot of people talking about the Eagles' lack of halftime adjustments. Those adjustments have to be made. And that's just a part of what I call self-evaluation. You got to evaluate your tendencies midway through the year so you can make those changes, because if not, people just want to see what's going on and they want to know exactly what it takes to beat you. You gotta break those tendencies.
And I guess that's where we kind of lost focus with. We had a solid running back here in DeAndre Swift. He's got 1,000+ yards, and then all of a sudden, he disappears.
That's a bad thing, because you're not concentrating or focusing on that part of the game. You want to hit a big play. What I always also say is that in evaluating the Eagles, I don't see them stretching the field enough. They're not going deep enough. Whether they complete it or not, the other team got to have the
worry.
Yes, give them a worry, like, they may throw that thing deep, and if they do, it could be a touchdown. They have the receivers to do that, but they still want to do the short 4 or 5 yard, catch and run type things. But if you keep on doing those short routes, it's just going to convince the linebackers, the safeties going to play tighter and tighter, and now you get things picked off, because now you're not going through the progressions as a quarterback, and now you lose sight of guys that's now, he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
He's there because y'all haven't thrown anything deep to give him that threat of going long. I always think you got to throw the ball deep early just to get that respect. So now your receivers have some more cushion.
Yeah. And how much does going back to the running game, how much does the running game help a bad defense or a defense that may struggle?
It gives them a chance to rest. That's the one thing that you got to understand. You ask these guys to give it everything they got. We got a good rotation of defensive linemen. They doing well with getting those guys in and out. So you want them to play as hard as they can. So if you got a good running game, you get a couple first downs, those guys are getting rested. Now they really ready to go once it's time to get back on the field.
And the clock's coming down too.
Exactly. You're controlling the clock, you're controlling the length of the game.
Yeah, that's when the Eagles last year were at the best, when they were having 9-minute drives.
Yes.
And so basically you're killing half a quarter, and the defense is resting, like you said, and you can kind of hide up a few little.
Because you got Cox, you got Graham, those guys getting a little older. You want to get those guys on and off the field as fast as you can so they can recharge their batteries.
Exactly.
We're gonna kind of move away from our regular show because we've integrated the Mattis Minute into our 1 hour segment. Lauren, you ready for that?
Do you feel like it still needs an introduction?
I do, because, the big fella's in the house.
He's always in the house.
Yeah, but I gotta get his attention because, he gets.
He's over here talking
He
pig.
gets excited. He gets excited.
Very sensitive, yeah.
And besides, if you want to recognize Kip beating Duke the other night in basketball, and I know he's. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You didn't think I saw that, did you?
Those claps before the Duke haters.
All right, Larry, you ready?
I guess I am.
I think we did this before, so I have a series of 10 questions, and we just want the first thing that comes to mind, but if you have a good story, we want to hear that too, so.
Okay.
The first one, did you ever collect baseball and football cards?
Yes, I did. Mainly basketball, though.
Okay.
That's the 76ers, and I think I remember Andrew Toney and Julius Irving cards and Caldwell Jones, and actually I had a George Gervin poster.
All right.
Yes.
If they were your only choices, would you prefer playing football in 100-degree heat or a 10-degree wind chill?
I've been below zero before. Against Notre Dame.
I'm gonna say playing at State College.
Yeah, in State College, the snow was going this way.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't going good. I think I would go for the cold. Because what I would do in that scenario, underneath my tights, I would put as much Vaseline to create almost like an aqua suit,
Okay.
so I could stay warm underneath. And the game we played against Notre Dame, we had these blowers on the sideline, and the guys that wasn't playing was not moving from in front of him.
Right. Yep.
He was on the field running around, getting your heart pumping and blood flowing. So they said, "You're playing. We're freezing cold. We're not moving."
Yeah. Plus, Joe's going to feed you the ball, and you're just going to keep running. So
Yes.
You're going to be hot warm enough.
Have you scheduled an interview yet for the offensive coordinator's position with the Eagles?
No, I have not.
This is never going to go away. Would you sign a petition to bring back flatbread pizza to Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yes, I have.
Would you most likely be found playing golf, watching movies, or chilling by the pool?
Playing golf.
Is
Can we
it,
go back to the flatbread pizza for a second?
if we have to?
We didn't spend enough time there, did we?
No, not at all. Whose idea was it to get rid of it? Is that corporate?
Just so we can have this question pop up.
Right.
I thought it was gone. It hadn't made an appearance in a while, so I thought it was gone forever.
We got a little stroke now here with corporate, so we might be able to get it back once a month.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
We got City Distilling coming here. So.
If we got City Distilling coming in, we could certainly bring back flatbread pizza. What do you say, Courtney?
Coming to your left there. Coming to your left.
There you go. Yeah, you stuck up. I'm always over there. Flatbread pizza, can we get it back?
I just love it back. I'll make it weird. You have more authority than I do.
See what I'm talking about?
Madison and stroking.
Is it true that you often wake up in the middle of the night screaming, I wish I was a pit panther?
Absolutely not.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Where did
wait.
that question come from?
Oh, wait.
It's from the pit fan.
But with the money they're throwing around these days,
They got it away over there.
I understand, but it's a competitive market.
Yes, it's a different game.
Which M&Ms do you prefer, plain or peanut?
Peanut.
How about pretzel?
Ooh, I love pretzel.
Pretzel M&Ms?
No, I like just the pretzel.
Well,
The
yeah,
peanut butter ones are good.
yeah, the peanut butter was good.
I prefer the peanut butter ones over the peanut.
No, I take the plain pretzels, peanut butter M&Ms.
Mixed together.
No, separate.
Separate. You gotta get a little salty and sweet.
Right.
Separate.
Some caramel.
All right. Which kind of hoagie are you most likely to order? Italian, turkey, roast beef, tuna salad, or chicken salad?
Tuna salad.
There you go.
James Franklin, thumbs up or thumbs down? John, this isn't for you.
Right now, it's like 50 million reasons why thumbs up. Because we got to pay 50 million to get rid of it. So it's 50 million thumbs up.
All right, and the last one.
The stacks of money are holding it up.
Who was the one NFL coach you feel was the best you ever played for?
Bill Parcells.
And that's the last one.
There you go.
No, good job. Can I get a big hand for Bill Mattis so he keeps doing this every month?
His family's ignoring him. They don't want any part of it.
Thank you.
They-
We're not with them.
We're not with him. His head's getting big enough as it is. Fran had to open up 3 doorways in the house so he can get up to his bedroom.
Apparently, Brian vetoed a few pit questions, but, I didn't realize Bill could be censored.
She's smarter on him.
Well, that's definitely true.
All right, questions, comments? Blair, my man Blair back there's got a question. From one Blair to another. That's what I like. Blair to Blair.
I have a question and a comment. Usually I'm the most popular player here, tonight, maybe not. But we were having a conversation here and we can't figure it out. Where did you finish in the Heisman Trophy voting? We're trying to figure it out online and there's not.
Yeah, it's mixed statements out there, but I was a finalist, but I wasn't too, as a lot of people think that I was the runner-up, but I was probably 4th or 5th.
Let's give it up for Blair at the bar. What do you say? Come on. He's a regular here, so we got to keep everybody happy. Anybody else? Questions, comments?
I tell you what, Blair, that was a great night in New York that night.
There you go.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Did they treat you well up the island?
Oh yes. Actually, I was with it was me, myself, Major Harris, Darian Hagan, God Notre Dame quarterback, Tony Rice.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
We're in a limo together. It's crazy night. That's all I can say.
That's all you can say.
Are you giving her the mic?
No, I know better than that. You're giving it to Sean. He has a question.
There you go.
No respect, sir.
Hey Blair, first we can establish that Penn State is much more superior than Pitt, right?
Without a doubt.
Okay. Just fair to get that out right.
I think I have like 2 Pitt fans. None of them are here tonight.
So my question is, kind of a two-part question. During your time in high school, actually, during your recruiting and whatnot, can you tell us what sold you on Penn State and what other schools did you consider before going to Penn State?
Okay, I made my decision early where I was going to go to school, but the five visits that I took was to, of course, Penn State, Pitt, Syracuse, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. Those were my five visits. I knew I was going to Penn State. When I was in 10th and 11th grade, I went up to Penn State for a football camp, and I kind of got familiar with some of the coaches. At that time, they thought I could play defensive back for them, which I didn't want to play because I prided myself on emulating different great running backs growing up, but I wanted to play on the offense side of the ball. Looking back on it now, if I had that opportunity to do it again, I'd probably play defense. Because then it's, one-on-one, mano-a-mano, and I think I would have done well there as well. So no one ever got any more defensive film of me because I wanted to play offense. But I was really decided that I wanted to go to Penn State no matter what, because I just wasn't going far from home.
Good question there, Shawnee. Thank you. Anybody else? All right. If you're new to the room, we got some great raffle prizes we're going to give away. We usually draw those right around 8 o'clock, and you've got to be here to win. You get 2 free ones. Dig deep into your pocket. They're $1 a piece. Goes to a great charity. There's some great prizes over there, so go check them out. They all leave in the hands of somebody. So we give them all away. So you must be here. And we do that right around 8 o'clock or so. Also, we're honored to be sponsored by City Distilling. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with their product. Vodka, gin. They're located up in the Northeast State Road. But rumor has it that they're going to be a fine drink here at Buffalo Wild Wings. So we're really looking forward to that, seeing it on the menu and being part of all that. So another reason you're going to have us every month. And I guess we're back here when, Johnny? What's the February date?
The 21st, right?
February 21st. So we'll work on another guest. Matter of fact, I got to pick Blair's brain because I read a little something and he might be able to help us out with another Penn State guy and a former Eagle. So I'll leave it there.
There you go.
So. Like questions, comments, anything, love to entertain them. Blair's got a lot of experience in college and the pro game. We'll talk about the playoffs this weekend if you'd like to. I know my man Blair at the bar has already told me he's running with the Lions. So
There you go.
Yeah, that's
that's a ballsy call,
But
right?
I want to back up a little bit on the City Street. It's have you tried it?
Yes.
It's really good.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
That's why I'm glad they support you guys. Because if I'm invited back again, maybe next time I can have one of those instead of the other.
Well, that's what we're working on. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
Notice I didn't say their name.
that's okay. It's all
That's what
good.
it's supposed to be.
It's all good because the owner Nick, he knows what he's up against. He took on the big boy and
Doing well.
he's doing well with it. So,
Very well.
yeah, we're happy to be part of the whole process. So again. Want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings here in Lake Mills. It's a great establishment. We enjoy coming here, and I live 5 minutes away, so it's even better. So We thank everybody.
Your new intern was looking for a shout out.
My new intern, well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't
Is
sure.
she new though?
He's our new old intern.
Yeah, I mean, she
Hey, watch
was,
yourself.
she was here and then wasn't and is back.
Now she's back. How about a big round of applause for our new intern, Mrs. H?
That's the biggest
Hey,
applause.
Sue, I think you got a bigger hand than our guest did.
Well,
Well,
it is what it is.
Hey, that just shit built like that. That's what happened, you know?
See what I put up with.
I know what you put up with.
I don't know what that means.
They just trying to keep you in line.
That's a tall order.
Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. A lot of people follow us. If you don't, we're This Fan's View. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Where else are we at, Lauren?
That's, yeah, you covered it. I
YouTube.
mean, your YouTube channel, to catch all those shows after the fact.
Yep.
But
Yeah, you can StreamYard via YouTube. So we're not quite as popular as the Kelsey boys, but we're working on it.
they're also sponsored by Buffalo Wild.
I know, but,
Right.
but who's the ones that are actually in the Buffalo Wild Wings? Not the Kelseys.
Whoa!
Not the Kelseys.
Throwing shade at them.
Oh, I'm-
He does, sports bar.
That's
Woo, woo.
that's 4 right there.
Yeah, there you go. We're throwing the flag out for them. Maybe they'll join us one of these days.
Hey, that's
That'd
just
be something. That'd be something.
It's here in Buffalo Wild Wings. Here we go.
All right.
Let's go to the replay.
Exactly. Bring out the flags. Here we
How
go.
about, we got some more trivia prizes?
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. We
Let's give
do.
them away.
All right. In what year did Blair win the national championship with Penn State?
This guy right here is first.
86?
That is correct. That is correct. All right. The little guy had his hand up too. He was.
Oh, jeez.
You know,
Johnny, why do you gotta do that to me?
well, because he's staring you down. He's like, come on.
Yes, it's like,
He's
oh.
looking.
All right, do you have another question?
Oh yeah, we got plenty more.
All right,
All
I'll
right.
stand right here.
What college did Blair coach for?
Well,
The whole table, but they're
wow.
Temple?
See, Temple? That is correct. That is correct. All
All
right.
right, we took care of that table now, right? You guys are all good? Everybody's good?
All right. We got one more, right, Mark?
Two more.
Two more? All right. So in 1986, Blair won the national championship as the backup. How many touchdowns did he score that year? He's got his Penn State stuff on, so I'm hoping he knows. That is correct. There
Good
you
job.
go.
Good job.
Here we go.
That might have been the toughest question, right? Huh?
I didn't even
Now,
know
we
that.
you didn't even know that. No, I'm saving it the toughest for last year. Here we go. Here's the toughest one. Let's see who all the Penn State fans really are. Blair had the Holiday Bowl record in 1989 with how many rushing yards?
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. Rushing yards, Holiday Bowl.
It's a record. Come on, you gotta know this. Come on.
Anybody?
Can you give them a clue?
All
You can
right.
only win once.
Yeah, you can, do you want to take a guess at it? But you can only win once.
It's 130 something. 135.
Come on, you're disrespecting our guests.
Higher or lower?
Oh, it's much higher than
Much
that.
higher. All right.
Showing it in the
All right.
back. Uh-oh.
I'm 140 seconds.
Yeah, close, but not there.
All right. So there was a hand
Still gotta go higher. You're still disrespecting our guest here.
281.
281. You're giving them a little bit too much praise right now.
Yeah.
So somewhere between 281 and 142.
I
Exactly.
like that number though.
Come
Is it higher than 200, John?
No, it's not. No, it's about 100 less than what Shawnee threw out.
Are you with me or against me?
Oh, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm all there with you. It's a holiday bowl record, right?
How about 183, John?
Ooh, close enough.
There you go. You got
That's
it.
close
All
enough.
right.
186. Great job.
All right, there you go. Oh, we
Got
got
a
all
question?
our prizes.
Well, we're out of question. On 35 carries. 35 carries.
Well, Joe wanted to show that I was recovering from the knee injury.
Okay.
See, I set out the year before,
Right.
so going into the NFL, they wanted to make sure that everything was fine with the knee. I handled lingering issues and problems that I'll be able to carry the load.
That's three games for an NFL player today.
I tell you, I just did warm up at 20.
Right. Exactly. 35 carries. Did you let anybody else play that game?
No, actually, in that game, Gary Brown played defense and he stripped Ty Detmer and ran the ball back for a touchdown because it was a high-scoring game.
Nice.
The funny thing about that game also, on a bowl trip, we always have a meal with the opposing team. So we was on the USS something out there in San Diego. And we got close to Ty Detmer. I said, "Hey, Ty, you think you're going to go for 500 yards against us?" He said, "Yeah." And he did. The score was, high scoring game, like 50-39, something crazy like that.
Yep. Tell us about your. You had a good story about your Japanese Japan game, right? You played it, and then coming back from that, you played in the Senior Bowl.
Yes.
Where are you MVP of that? Too?
We're talking about the fact that a lot of these guys are opting out of the bowl game, and I think that's a bad decision by one of the guys for the mere fact that showing what you can do against better players and better talent can help catapult their draft status. So coming out of Penn State, my senior year, I came out with Anthony Thompson from Indiana, and they wanted to feature him as the #1 back. So I went and said, okay, even though he was probably 30 pounds heavier than I am, I played fullback at 195. So I went and showed them how we do it at Penn State, because every Tuesday and Wednesday we had one-on-one against the linebacker. So for me to drive block or ISO block a linebacker, I'm used to it.
Right.
So, I think that guys who opt out of playing in bowl games, I think they hurt themselves, because that's another audition for them to show their talents against opposing teams that most likely they didn't play the entire season.
Right.
And it's different conferences play different types and styles of football, so they get a chance to isolate what you're good at. So it's always good, in my opinion, to get out there and show exactly what you can do. And I think bowl games is that opportunity to raise your stock level, because I'm quite sure after me playing in the Japan Bowl, after winning the MVP of the Holiday Bowl, then going and playing in Japan, and then coming back and winning, being MVP of the Senior Bowl. I think all those things help my draft status, which will actually catapult me to being a higher draft pick. So these guys who's opted out, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. They could be doing a lot better and showing what they can do.
Yeah. Plus you get to, like you said, the experience of playing against other talent. You get to see the world. You went to Japan,
Yes. That's why I took all 5 of my visits, because kid out of North Philly, you don't get a chance to travel very often.
Right.
So when I get that opportunity, I'm gonna take it. So that's why I participate in all those type of bowl games and all-star games, and it worked out in my advantage.
Right. You're doing a lot now with the high school players. How much of a difference do you see the talent and the way that the game is being played now versus when you were, not that you were that far along, but
The talent level is improving, but the fundamentals of the game is dropping off, in my opinion. I think there's not a lot of focus on the fundamentals, which the great teams always concentrate on the fundamentals, because that's what's going to get you when things are tough and you get tired and you can't go no more.
Right.
Your body is naturally going to go back to the fundamentals. So you want to always concentrate on the fundamentals of the game in order to be the best that you can be.
Right, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like I said, once you fall, you're going to go against talent, right? So
Yes.
Once you get, everybody's talented, having those fundamentals on top of it.
Right, it's going to put you at a higher advantage to succeed at that point.
Yeah.
You know, and great players, there's going to be battles back and forth. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some.
Right.
But if you stick to your fundamentals, you want to win more of those battles.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Because the game of football is almost like wrestling. It's a one-on-one battle.
Right.
So in wrestling, when I recruited at Central University, I always went after wrestlers because they understood what one-on-one battles was all about. You know, if you quit in wrestling, you're gonna be jacked up. You're gonna get big in there.
Right.
You're gonna be all jacked up. So if you can do that and not give up, I can make you a good football player.
Right, exactly.
I just gotta teach you the fundamentals to whatever position you play. I can find out how to make you successful just by understanding that you're willing to give everything you got to learn the fundamentals to become the best you can be, and you're not going to quit because you don't fail until you quit.
Exactly. Yeah, and if that fundamentals, puts you over the top, the talent's there, and it's just, I don't know. Everybody wants that instant gratification, or just living off of their talents.
Right.
When you're at that elite.
But you can't just live off your talent, because it's going to get a point in time when you want to come across someone who has a little bit more talent than you do.
Or and the work ethic and stuff.
Yeah, and they got the work ethic that's really going to change the outcome of that battle.
Right.
That's why, wrestlers understood that, because they're in a one-on-one battle every time.
Exactly. For sure.
All right, does everybody remember when we'll be back here next month? Anybody listening?
Yeah, see, baby, it out like that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
She's only one.
I didn't see a whole lot of arms going up, but that's okay. February 21st, we're back here, and hopefully you are too. So we had a lot of fun with this show, and we're, we enjoy the interaction with our guests and all of you with questions and all that we do here. You can follow us on Facebook. We're This Fan's View. We try to have a lot of fun with the show, with our guests. And like I said at the beginning, we've worked with Blair a couple of times now, and I think he's going to be a regular. So,
Well, thanks for having me. I just want to make sure, hey, thank you, fans, for coming out and supporting the show. You guys are doing a great job all the time. I appreciate coming out here and spending time with you guys, and we got to do it again.
Absolutely.
there you go. Blair's graciously said okay to sticking around and signing a few autographs. So Lauren will line up a section or so as to where we're going to do this. But again, we're back here February 21st. The show usually gets started around 6. We go live at 6:30. But again, raffle prizes, we draw those at 8 o'clock. Can I get a hell yeah for the raffle prizes?
Hell yeah!
Some damn good stuff, right?
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to hang around the 8 o'clock. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Again, big hand for our guest, Blair Thomas.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me.
So,
You know
we
what?
want to let them know
It has a
that.
low black.